Students of class 10 student, today we have a new topic for understanding and for doing the practical in MS Excel 2010. So here is a given the topic: hide, unhide, freeze, unfreeze rows and column from chapter spreadsheet. So student, do you think why do we use this option in our application or in our work? So ki hide means if you don't want to show your informations or you don't want to share your information with other, so it means you hide. And when you think it is not important, you can make that unhide also. Freeze, when you deal with a great or large data, means when you tally your data with other data, we use here freeze. We make the rows and column freeze here. And when you don't want your freeze columns or rows get free from the freeze, so we make the unfreeze. So student, these things we see in the practical as a clip I added with this video. The student, I think you will understand in better way to see this video clip as this is showing the practical way to understand. The student, we have here written some data. As you can see, it is a heading, client name, amount, check, and the product name as we have written, and some data. When we drag downward, our heading get hide here. So we want to make it constant. We want here make it fixed because we want to tally with the another data given the below. So what we will do for freezing here the data? So first of all, we will select the rows after the third rows, means where the heading given, below that we will select the rows and go to the view tab. Click on the view tab and here we find the freeze panes. The freeze panes option you can see here given the freeze panes. Click on this and we find here the three types of option for the freeze panes here. So first of all we will click, and now here our heading get constant. So now you can see when we drag downward, now our heading here as a constant, it is a fix. Now it is not moving. And this way we can unfreeze also, because we as applied the freeze option, so then no need to select, only go to the view and click on the freeze and click on unfreeze option. So we find here same as a reverse as a position, as it is all moving the as a upward. So now if we want to as a make with the column also, so as a client name we want to tally with the other product name, the which product related to which client, so it is not possible to see like this. So we want to make as a here as a fix the client name, as it means we can say it is a milk and jalebi, like this. You want to get the both things, you want to make as a client as a heading and here the column, the rows and column. So as we select the column after the A column, because A column means we want to fix the A column, so after that column we select any cell here, as here I made the colored also, here we color, because you can understand which cell you have to select, means after the column which column you want to make the fix or freeze. So here select and click on the view option, click here freeze panes option, click here the freeze panes, given here the three option. Among these three we click here the freeze panes. So now student, you will see here our column get constant, get fixed here. So you see here the right word, moving the right word, So now our client name, and we can tally with the other product with very easy way. So, and now we move toward, downward. So we see here ki our heading also get constant. And now unfreeze this, means as I told you, for unfreezing no need to selection. And now freeze top bottom column, because our freeze, it gives the as a facility to freeze the top row and first column, but we want to make the more freeze after the freeze here, like as amount, after the amount we want to freeze the amount, and check number we want to make the freeze here. So click here the home as for the selected here. After the check number, means we want to check the, here we have some selected columns. As a select here the first column for hiding your column, as a press the Ctrl plus 0, it will be hide. And now second method, here select the column and right click on the selected cell and select here hide option, then it is selected. Then the second method, third method, as a select any cell here and click on the home and click here the format options. You find here the format and click here the as a hide columns. Click on the hide columns, and then it makes the hide your column. So this way we can see here it is a hidden this column. This is a get hide here. So now we want to make unhide. So now here only place over the between the ABC line. So when we put our mouse pointer between the B and D, so we find here as a row, column, and drag the right word. So we see here the hidden column. So see like this is a here the C as a column, that was the hidden. So now same way we can make unhide also. Right clicking on that as a right click, it will be hide here. Unhide as a select two cells to select two rows and column, and right on click that, and we can make the unhide here, like between the E and G we will select E and G, and now click here the as a option file and click on the format and make the unhide. And now here as a for the column is the same way for the column to hide and unhide. As a column for to select the rows and right click on that, and we can make here hide our column, rows here. So then we can find here as a we want to hide A column. Select the A as a for making the effective. So make here the color and right click and hide option. So now you can see it get hide here. And if you want to make unhide, so we have the method to increase, we put over the line and drag right word, it will be appeared. And second method means by the address we can find the hidden column. To write that address like a A1, that was the hidden column A1, and press the enter, it will be unhide. So as a student, see here A1 written, as you can, or you can go format through, or you can unhide the as a column here. So this is a here way to hide and unhide the column. So student, it is a very useful with the using the confidential data for the hide and unhide the data. And now student, if we want to select the multiple columns and rows, want to hide or unhide, we will select here the number of rows and column and make hide and unhide here, because sometime we want to select the data range also, means for the important or for your as a confidential information. So we can as a here select the number of columns and select the number of rows and make the unhide here. So this is a way here we can hide and unhide. Students, suppose we have applied the hide and we want to see how many rows and column hidden. So now click on the file menu, select here info and select here inspector, the window. Click on the here and select that file which you file have a hidden applied. And now here we can see the document inspector will be on the screen, and now drag downward. Here you can see the hide rows and column. Select that and click on the inspector. As you click on the inspector, we find here how many rows and column hidden in this worksheet. So as you can see, 6 rows and 6 column are hidden. The student, we can find here also this way hidden rows and column. Now student, we have the next option, page break preview and scale to fit. Suppose student, we have to fit the all these in a page, in a single page, I mean in a one page, because it is all the data, then it will take the unnecessary page of a worksheet, and that will be the wastage of the page. And now how can we fit the all the columns, all the here the data in a page in according to our requirement, according to our needs here. The student, we can see here, this is the given here the many columns as for the printing our the worksheet. To click on the file menu and click on the print option, we find here the many columns. We can see these all are here the data, and the many columns showing, but in the next rest column it's showing in the next page. So then it will be not good for the printing, it will be the wasting of the pages. So now how can we set it, how can we reduce the unnecessary page in our worksheet? So now you can see here the page break preview option. Page break preview option, it gives you see at a glance here. If we can see here, this is the drafted line and this is here the blue line. Settings of the page, default settings of the page, and the here blue line, it is a solid line, means drafted line. It shows here the pages of the printing, it means it will take the 8 pages. So now it is taking the unnecessary space, unnecessary page. So now how can we set it, how can we reduce the unnecessary using of the page here? The student, you can see this is the 2 lines here. As I told you, this is here the dotted line, that is called the scaling, and this is the blue line, it is called the print area. Print your here till this column. So now student, as we can see, this is here the line, so which will print to your worksheet till the as a ship date. Now we can unhide this column because it is unnecessary, so then we can unhide this column here. As a click on the hide option, hide or unhide is it is given here, so we can hide it. And now the next here unhide this way, as I told you earlier. Now as a student, we want to suppose in the between of the pages we can do this, or we can do the manually here, as we want to hide this column by dragging this blue solid line here. Otherwise we can do as a by the as a scaling to fit, as a, you can say page layout, and we can see here the seat area, print area, means as I have here hidden here, means we hide this column, so it will show the print area till the as a solid line. And undo this, so then we will see here this is a print area, now it is a changed here print area. So it means it takes the default settings of the print area, but as we can do the manually also, like a page, we can see again here after the undo, that is a print area, it is a showing here as a continue, we can do with this. Otherwise we can as a hide in the between two. But as we want to print till here the product as a this this column. So how can we print? As a like here, we can drag here manually till the product here container, product container till, as we can do the manual, as means we are all here, see the all the things here good, but as we can do the manually also by, if we don't find any things, we can do the manually here. Now you can see here the settings of the page. Now it is as a adjust in the four pages. So it means we can set the all the as a pages here in a 4, and we can do this by the as a we can do here the undo, then we can see by the here scaling option. It is given here the 100%. We can reduce or we can increase or decrease. As we can do the manually, automatically it will change the scaling here percentage. Now you can see here 84 percentage it is showing here. So we can here do the as a by manually here. So let's see here the print preview. Now after this, as a increasing decreasing the scaling area, so now we can here see the all the pages in a shrink. So now this way we can do the manually in a scale here. The given the percentage, we can reduce or we can increase or decrease the percentage area. Now as a home, we can see here the it will adjust the all the things automatically by page or by font, all things it will set the if we do here by the scaling options here. So now as we can see the scaling gives us settings of the page manually. As manually you can see as a page layout, it give the scaling as 100%, 95%, 90%, according to your convenience. We can set the page scaling here. So let's here see the print area once again here. After the decreasing the scaling area, so we find here the scaling area as a printed here all the columns in a page. This one we can do by the other way here, automatic by the page here. When we set here the page by like is a 1 page, 2 page or 3 page, it will be shrinked, means your content will be shrinked. Like here the 2 pages, according to the 2 pages it will be shrinked. So it we can do this also by here the page wises. So student, as I told you here, how can be set by here the pages. So we can select here automatic as a page layout given 3 pages, we can set in the 3 pages. As was the earlier here there are 4 pages, but we want to shrink more, so we can set by the here the pages, and automatically scaling you can see here it is as a given the 81% here. So student, we can shrink the pages, inserting the pages, adding the here the is a here column. The student, what I told you today, that was very good for you. I think student you will watch this properly and thoroughly, and for your needs you can access the information by this video. The student, as I have given the some homework from this video, so as you will do I think, and after the as completing this video you will do all the homework. The student, thank you for watching.